Victor Osimhen rejects Chelsea Football Club, and it is public knowledge why he's done it. The reports are coming out, they're very detailed. Enzo Fernandez wants to go to the Olympics, but it looks like Chelsea said no way, that's not happening, like many other clubs have done. Is he going to take it in the right way? We've got an update on Broja, and he's going to Saudi apparently, because the interest for him is fantastic. And finally, Trevor Chalobah to Manchester United, and Omari Hutchinson has got a massive decision to make, and I'm going to explain to you why signing a new deal at Chelsea is going to be fantastic for him and for his long-term career. Let's get into it. Let's break it down, because there is a bid for Omari Hutchinson as well of 20 million that I did not mention. But let's break it down. Hit the like button. I want 1,000 likes on this video. We have been doing it recently. Thank you very much. Subscribe to the channel. We are growing at a very fast rate right now, and I'm really appreciating that. We're like 700 away from 35,000. And more importantly, in the comments below, let me know, are you happy that Chelsea aren't going to get the £113 million deal done for Victor Osimhen, or do you think we're going to live to regret it? Now let's continue with the video. Victor Osimhen to Chelsea was a deal that I believed was going to happen. There were so many rumours from the start from Didier Drogba and Mikel publicly talking about it. The player never denying he wanted to play for Chelsea Football Club, Napoli being ready to sell, and more importantly, Chelsea willing to pay the £113 million fee. However, the problem that I never thought was going to happen was that Chelsea weren't going to pay his wages, because why would you go to the extent of paying £113 million for somebody if you're not expected to pay the big boy wages? Am I disappointed that this deal isn't going through? Little bit I am, because I think Victor Osimhen is a phenomenal player. However, do I believe this is the be-all and end-all, the worst things that could have happened? No, because I don't think Victor Osimhen is of the quality of player where I don't think we can go and find a replacement that's going to do just as well as it. The reality is, it is being reported by Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea has walked away from the deal, but it came out from Di Marzio, and this is what I believe is real. Chelsea couldn't agree personal terms with his agent. They could not agree what Victor was going to get paid, and this makes a lot of sense. My issue here is, where is Victor going to go? Because evidently the wages that he wants are going to put him in a club of a select few. Maybe a Real Madrid if they ever want him, which they don't at the moment. Where maybe Barcelona if they had the money. And more importantly, PSG. Does he want to go to PSG and play in the French league? That's something he's done in the past, and maybe he wants to go there and win something. This isn't me sitting here and being bitter and saying, oh my god, I can't believe he didn't pick Chelsea. He should have picked Chelsea because he's proper Chelsea. No, it's got nothing to do with that. It's just analysing the situation for what it is. Is he a good player? Yes. Would he have improved Chelsea? 100%. Is it the end of the world that we don't get him? No, no way at all. However, what I do see happening is, I feel like he's going to stay at Napoli. I think Antonio Conte is going to get that job. Chelsea are going to go elsewhere. They're going to do their business elsewhere. And honestly, 113 million on a striker in this current market is ridiculous. I really do. I think Chelsea have paid stupid money for stupid players at this moment in time. Like, there is no way in any world Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo are worth more than 100 million. There's no way Declan Rice is worth more than 100 million. I feel like fees have got so inflated that the market is disjointed. And essentially what happens is players start demanding more money, clubs start demanding more money, and deals won't happen. So it is what it is. Reports in Argentina are coming out that Enzo Fernandez will not be going to the Olympic Games, and all I'm going to say is thank you. Chelsea finally made the right decision, and Chelsea finally stood 10 toes down, because the reality is, under no circumstances should Enzo Fernandez be going to play for Argentina at the Olympic Games. Listen, you're going to the Copa America, you love your country, we understand that, we respect that. However, you're contracted to play for Chelsea Football Club. Real Madrid have done the same with Mbappe. Arsenal have done the same with William Saliba. The reality is, certain players can't be going because you're too important for your first team. We've got a new manager, we've got a new tactical setup, we need to make top 4 next year at a minimum. I do not want 3 years without Champions League football at the bridge. I do not expect Chelsea to finish outside of the top 4 positions 3 years in a row. We need to hit the ground running. We need to implement our system as quick as possible. Enzo Fernandez is involved and integral in that system. The reports are saying there's going to be one final meeting this weekend to relay this information to him. There shouldn't be any more conversations about it. Broski, go win the Copa America, go enjoy yourself. However, pre-season, we need you back ASAP, because you are pivotal to anything we're going to achieve. And the reality is, if you're not there, we're wasting 3 or 4 weeks from building our system revolving around you. So step up, Sorry, but not sorry. Reports in England have recently come out that Chelsea were willing to do business with Ipswich Town for Omari Hutchinson. They were asking for £25 million, but it looks like Ipswich have tabled a £20 million bid. What does this tell me? It tells me that Kieran McKenna at this moment in time is going to be flexing his muscles at Ipswich, and he's going to want to sign that 5-year deal, which he signed, and I was wrong. A lot of you told me about this. He's going to get himself one signing at least that he really wants, and clearly it's Omari Hutchinson. Omari Hutchinson is very, very good footballer. Both-footed, can play a right wing, left wing, and number 10. Jamaica international, he's going to the Copa America. It's going to be very interesting to see what he does, and even if he starts for Jamaica at that tournament. However, at this moment in time, he's got 2 years left on his deal, and Chelsea and Omari have a massive decision on their hands. What do? Stuttgart want him. Champions League, good manager, good progressive system in the sense that they have more of the ball and they're going to be playing against low blocks, which I think is a very good representation of what he's going to be facing when he plays for Chelsea Football Club. Going to Ipswich for me now was a massive risk, and I'm going to explain it why. Because Ipswich Town in the Championship were reinforced. They were there in a position of strength, where they had a lot of the ball. They were going to implement their system upon teams, and teams would defend. At this moment in time, when they go to the Premier League, they're going to be on the back foot. They're going to be defending. We've seen this on numerous occasions. Just look at what happened to Burnley. Burnley had to sacrifice their style in order to survive. And it does nothing for Omari Hutchinson to play 60, 70 yards away from the goal. It literally does nothing for his ability to prepare him to play for Chelsea Football Club one day. If he goes to Stuttgart and gets 10 goals, 9 assists, his fee will elevate close to 35, 40 million pounds. Why on earth are Chelsea selling him? If he does that there, why shouldn't he be at Chelsea? Because the reality is, at Chelsea Football Club, he can implement his own system and play. He can literally come in under the Enzo Maresca system, inside forward, very comfortable with both feet. He could suit what Chelsea are trying to build. So in the long run, I think he should buy his time. I don't think there should be a new rush. If Chelsea offer him a new contract, sign it, bro. Take the pay rise, because you know you're pure profit. Meaning, if they want to sell you in the future and you want to go, they will happily sell you. At this moment in time, it looks like Chelsea are moving on 2 players that are from the academy. So Armando Broja, we're going to start with. Armando Broja at this moment in time went on loan, came back, and his value really deteriorated, in my opinion. A lot of people are going to say, no, they didn't, Alex. He went away. We got 5 million for it. He's still the same player that he was in January. He isn't. Because what ended up happening was, he was in the Chelsea bubble. There was high ratings around him. He went on loan to Fulham. The expectation was that he was going to go and play. What little did we know, Muniz was going to start scoring goals left, right, and centre. So Armando Broja sat on the bench, had bit part appearances, and what happened in the long term was his value deteriorated. Yes, Chelsea got 5 million now, but a player that they were asking 50 million for had all of a sudden now is worth 25, 30 according to Chelsea. I think he's not worth 20. This is how much his value is deteriorated, not only in like the eyes of the Premier League clubs, but in my eyes. I think he's a 15 million pound player at best, because the guy's lost his athleticism since that knee injury. He's inexperienced and he doesn't look confident at all. So why would someone pay 25 to 30 million pounds? Yes, he's talented, but I don't see no unique selling point. The key here is now Saudi clubs want, and the Saudi clubs are willing to pay. So maybe we could get 30 million from one of those. I think he's going to want to stay in the European League. He won't want to go to Saudi club at this early stage unless the bag is beautiful. And you know it could be, you know no one's. And if he does, good on him, bro. Make sure your generations of family are fine and make sure you build an empire. However, you can still earn great money by staying in European football. I don't understand it. Monaco are interested, and they've been touted to, and this is coming out from L'Equipe, they've been told it's around about 25 to 30 million pounds. So it's going to be interesting what happens with Broja, but it's time that Chelsea is 100% up. Next, Trevor Chalobah. Trevor Chalobah is a player that I incredibly rate. Like, I consistently talk about him, and some people say, Alex, you overdo it. You give him too much praise. Alex, you're talking about him as if he's the next star to come out the Chelsea Academy. And I think players like Trevor Chalobah are clearly underrated in today's game. Trevor can play right back, centre back, left back if needed. He can play CDM, he can play left centre back, he can play right centre back. He literally can play all the way across the defence and in defensive midfield. He's comfortable on the ball, he's quick, he's smart, he's strong. He loves the club, which I think isn't the most important thing, but as a side thing to throw in, it's like, oh, you know what, he understands what it means. He sets the standards, and more importantly, what I like about him, he's a leader. You can see it. He stepped up massively towards the end of the season. And I think he was so vocal on corners. You could see it, organizing everyone. He's really picked some few things up from Thiago Silva. However, it looks like Manchester United are willing to pay £25 million to secure this talent. Whether this is real or not, I don't know. But 25 million is pure profit. And if we sell him with 6 years left on his contract for 25 million, Chelsea Football Club are criminal. Because this player is far better than 25 million. He's a 35, 40 million pound player. And if not, keep him. I think he's better than Axel Disasi. I think there's a case to be made that he might be better than Badiashile. I don't agree with it, but someone could make it and I will listen. I won't judge. I also think the versatility of this player, the leadership of this player is just imperative to keep. Unless he's shouting he wants to go, and if he wants to go and it's to Manchester United, I would ask him, why would you want to go for a similar role at Manchester United when you can have the similar role at Chelsea? Just stay. Unless we're forcing him out, which I really hope we're not. But this was the Kavkas View. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you want a breakdown of Victor Osimhen's strengths and weaknesses of what we're missing out, is over here. If you want to understand Enzo Maresca's system and the tactics that we're going to be using, it's over here. Go, enjoy yourselves, watch more Kavkas View. Peace out, I'm out.